What's up, scholars? It's time again to read our book, The Secrets of Droon, The Journey to the Volcano Palace. We're back again with Chapter 8, but first let's do a quick review. Earlier this week, we learned how to create a mental picture by listening for words that describe something. So that's like using our senses, what you can smell, see, taste, hear, or touch. And you also want and then you want to think about things that you've seen before that match those descriptions and build a picture in your mind. We also talked about character feelings in our last video, and you want to think about what are the words that are describing how they're feeling. Are they happy, sad, angry? Remember last time Demeter shrieked, and that told us that she was angry. Thinking about those. Think about how you feel in that situation. Think about what's happening in the story, and then think, why is the character feeling this way? That will help you learn a little bit more about the story. Today, we're learning another special skill, and that is how to retell a story or chapter. Now, it is important when you're retelling a story to always remember the, hold out your key details, so you can unlock the meaning of the story. So you want to remember our song, who did what, when, where, why, how. Use that song to help you remember. Who is the story about? When and where does it happen? You want to know what the problem is, and you want to know what does the character do to solve that problem. Okay, so let's get started with Chapter 8, Spar's Secret. As the beast slurped from the pool, it began to change. Its dark, spiky hide shrank away. One by one, the sharp claws shriveled. 2 became hands, 2 became feet. Pale, smooth skin formed over the head. The creature's arms and legs began to grow longer. Suddenly, the thing stood upright, like a man. All that remained of the monster were 2 pointed fins growing behind the ears. Eric caught his breath. Holy crow! The man threw his powerful arms into the air. Deep, frightening laughter filled the cavern. The man was Lord Spar! Without taking a breath, Eric and Kia crept from the cave and ran quickly down the path. I can't believe it, Eric whispered. Spar's a monster, a creature, a creepy beast thing. Kia shivered. Remember what Khan told us? The red eye of dawn burned Spar. Maybe it did worse things. Maybe it made him like this. Yeah, and he drinks from the pool to make himself human again, Eric said. Because if he doesn't, he changes back into this thing. Maybe that's his secret, just like in my dream. Julie, Neil, Max, and Khan ran up to them. Are you guys okay? Julie asked. You'll never believe what we saw, Kia said. There was a... But Kia didn't get to finish. Lord Spar stepped out of the shadows. Nymphs! I have found them! The sorcerer said in a snarly tone. His eyes flashed at the kids. Neil laughed suddenly. Oh look, Mr. Special Effects is back! Guys, let me handle this. Eric, no, Neil began. Neil stuck his hand behind his ears and wiggled them as if they were fins. Fake Spar, fake Spar. I don't know, friends. What do you think? Do you think he's fake? Well, Eric and Princess Kia just saw him turn into it, so I think it's the real Spar. Then he marched up to the sorcerer, stood right in front of him, and made a fist. Now I'm going to punch right through your bogus self. Neil, don't, Kia said. It's really... Smack! Neil's fist stopped at Spar's arm. Neil frowned. It's supposed to go through. He turned to Julie. It went through for you. Neil, Julie said. Neil punched Spar's arm again. Smack! Oh, now I get it, Neil said quietly. Ouch. Nuns! The sorcerer shouted at the top of his lungs. The passageway filled with red-faced warriors. The kids were surrounded. Kia's eyes burned with anger. We know your secret, Spar. You're a monster. A creepy one, said Eric. Much creepier than you are now, which is pretty creepy. The sorcerer's lips curled into a snarl. His eyes darkened. His purple fins began to curl. Now you can never leave, he said. His muscle hand clamped down on Neil's shoulder. Neil screeched, ah! It's because I did my hands behind the ears, isn't it? You didn't like that. You leave my best friend alone, Eric yelled. He jumped as hard as he could on Spar's feet. Ah! The sorcerer released Neil. I sniff and escape that way, Khan yelled. The six friends shot down the narrow passage. They were still going deeper into the volcano. Spar leapt into the air after them. Flew like a bullet, swooping through the tunnels, screaming strange words. Salam, Allah, quit! Same to you, Julie shouted back. Eric and Kia were in the lead, threading through the curving passages. Suddenly, the passage split before them. 2 tunnels lay ahead. Both were dark. Left! Left! Kia cried. Eric flashed a look at his hands. He couldn't decide. Left? Left! He kept running toward the passages. He ran faster. Hurry, the princess shouted. Right? Left? This is so dumb. With all the smoke and darkness, he couldn't even see. Eric picked one dark passage, running into it as fast as he could. He wanted to get as far as possible from Spar. He'd discovered his secret. But now sounds were swirling all around him, hissing and bubbling, clomping and stomping. Eric stole a quick look backward. It was dark. He couldn't see Kia anywhere. He slowed to a stop. Guys? Are you back there in the dark? Oh man, please answer. No answer. Eric swallowed hard. Spar, please don't answer. No answer. Eric was alone in the dark. He couldn't tell front from back, right from left, up from down. Where am I? He breathed. Splurts. A sudden fiery splash of lava burst from the volcano floor. It flashed against the walls of a vast cavern. Smoking red lava bubbled and hissed away into the far distance. It's a lake, Eric gasped. A lake of lava. He knew right away where he was. He had found it. The Room of Fire. Okay, friends, that is the end of this chapter. My challenge to you is to retell this chapter to me. So, remember, what were the key details? Who was this chapter mostly about? When and where does it happen? What was the problem in this chapter? And then what did the main character, so what did Eric want? Bonus question, what did Lord Spar want? Or better yet, what did Lord Spar not want? My challenge to you, scholars, is to answer these questions in your own video and upload them to your dojo portfolios. I can't wait to hear what you say. See you later, scholars!